Okay, this is just going to quickly show an F4000 install. We have an ONT connection set up at the moment, so this is going to be an example of a CHN upgrade to 2 gig. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to take the F3000 out of the way. We don't need it anymore, so I'm going to unplug it. Power supply. I'm going to take out the Ethernet cable from the ONT port because that's not required anymore. So I'll leave that there. So we're going to leave the ONT in situ because that's what open air want, but we don't need to leave the power supply there, so we can take the power supply out of there. So we're just left with an ONT connected by fiber to the NTU. Okay, so we have our F4000 here. I'm going to quickly unbox it. Our quick start guide on the back there. So we have our SSID and password there for the Wi-Fi on the modem. This is the modem itself. Then we're going to need the power supply. We're going to need the fiber cable that comes with it. There's an Ethernet cable there as well, but we don't need that at the moment. Just going to take this out of the way. So the fiber optic cable is obviously very fragile, and it just gives you, some ways to treat it. Don't mess around with it, basically. So this is 5 meters long, so you can connect this up and run it 5 meters as long as you treat it carefully. So I'll plug in the modem first of all. Plugging it in there, sticking it into the power supply here, and turn it on. Power up there. So at the end of our fiber optic cables, we have little lids on the bottom of them just to keep them safe, so they don't get damaged, I should say. I'm going to take out the fiber optic cable that's connected into the NTU here because it goes into the ONT, it's no longer required. I'm going to use one of the lids that I took off the new fiber cable. Just going to stick that on there just to keep it safe. So I'm going to plug this one in. Then I'm going to plug this other one into the back of the F4000. I'm just going to take over off the cover on the built-in ONT. And I'm going to plug it in there. So you're physically set up now. You're going to wait for 2 lights to come on the front before your third flashes red, and that's when you can do the reel. You can't do the reel up until this point. Okay, so that's our setup for CHN basic.